All right, gang. Welcome back to another Checo Forex live stream. Hope everybody had a fantastic day today. Yeah, today New York session was very good to us today. I mean, we took one trade off the market today, shortly after news. But yeah, let's dive in right away and let's see where the market's at now. We got a few more minutes before the 4-hour closure, so let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. Right, I'm gonna do well. Let's mark up our levels first. So currently we had this resistance level. You can see the previous daily broke above that level, so this could be a bottom. Wait for this thing to rip up. Our support levels down here, right? But we might look for some potential entries off the smaller time frames. But right now we were in that range. But notice how the daily candle, even though it pulled back a little bit, we did close above that previous resistance. So this thing could be looking to push up a lot further. That's off the daily. Let's drop down to the 4-hour time frame here and let's take a look here. Let's go horizontal first, and then we'll mark the tops first. All right, so we have our level up there, and we have this low down here. But there's other levels that I'm looking at off the 4-hour. They are a lot closer in range. For example, this level down here, right? So It looks like we're making our way down here. And again, this could be the bottom wick for the daily. But let's see if this thing is going to tap into that 20, 25, 10, 2509 range right here. Or is it going to rip down? Remember, we have 24.98, which is where we took that previous entry before, which is right around here. Yeah, this support level here. So we'll see if this level is going to hold here, or is it going to break down and then bounce up. So we'll keep an eye on it tonight. We'll see how the 4-hour closure plays out in a few minutes or so. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. Now, off the 1 hour, I think we broke support. Let me see. So we had this support level. Did we close below? Let me zoom out just a little bit. All right, so yeah, so we no, we didn't. Oh yeah, we did. All right, so yeah, we had a we broke below on the previous 1 hour, but notice it has no bottom wick. Pulled down, made a bottom wick. Now it's pulling up, but it did break, right? So now what could happen is we can get a closure back above into the range, or if we pull back down and close below, then we might see a drop. Maybe grab these wicks. It might grab some liquidity down here first. So yeah, we can get a drop to that 25.10 level, 25.09. Yeah, that's off the 1 hour. But yeah, that's what we have as of right now. Then our initial target will probably be the highs up here, but then we do have this level up here, which was the time high, which is the wick here, resistance here. So yeah, about 25.30. So let's see how it plays out tonight. We're not gonna. I don't think we're gonna get the whole move over tonight, but if we can get a good entry and then just ride it up and grab our 50, 60 pips, we should be in good shape. So yeah, let's wait for that closure. All right, let's I'll leave those levels there. Actually, let me jump into the Nasdaq. Ooh, Nasdaq bled out today. Let's go to the 4 hour. I want to show you guys something. Remember how you see how these levels were marked? Remember last time I told you, look, this thing could reject from here. Look at what it did. Right off that level, came right back down. And then I had marked this up. We came up, and now we broke below. So now last 4 hour candle broke below. This is a top wick, probably retesting, right? And then it should drop. Yeah, we should probably get up. Yeah, this thing is about to dip. You know what, guys? I might be taking a position here on Nasdaq tonight. We do have this level here though. That's a little. Yeah, you see, it was a support. Let me mark that here. How far off is that level? Yeah, I might be interested in trading this here. Being that we got the break below here, and it pulled back up. So yeah, might get some sells here. Nasdaq. I'll keep an eye on it. If anything, I'll come back to it. But let's take a look at it on the 1 hour. Yeah, you see how well off the 1 hour it looks different. So we did get a break. We formed this support level here. Let's look towards the left. Yeah, and then we have this. I mean, it's kind of close to this level here. Yeah, look at this support here. So yeah, it's kind of holding here, even though on the 4 hour it broke support, but here is holding. So I'll wait and see. Not too sure about the sells anymore. Yeah, we definitely dipped and then we just ranged here the whole time. Look at this barcode shit over here. It's not good. Not good. If we do get a break below, then I'll be interested in some sells, but I won't be touching that unless we get a break. Nasdaq. Sorry, US 30. Consolidation, right? And then the break. And Nasdaq, I mean the US, I keep saying Nasdaq. US 30 hit an all-time high. Did it? Well, it matched the all-time high. Wow. Yeah, retested the all-time high again today and then pulled back down. Yeah, US 30's been pumping. Look at this. Yeah. Yeah, US 30 almost broke all-time high, but it matched. Came right up to the wick there, but didn't break. So it hasn't broken the previous all-time highs yet. So, but yeah, US 30's been bullish, very bullish. Bitcoin, what do we have on Bitcoin? Bitcoin, nothing. We had this range. Remember we talked about this massive range. Look at this range. Nothing going on, but then we definitely got a break. But then now look, it's starting to come right back down. So yeah, Bitcoin now has this high. What was this one? The previous one? Oh yeah, I had all these levels here. But yeah, we definitely ranged in. So I'm gonna move this level up here now. Yeah, we got a break below, so now it's just been kind of slowly dropping back. It might come back to retest. If it comes back and retest this level, then we could look for buys around that 61.7 level and then get the bounce up. But yeah, nothing to do there on Bitcoin. I show it to you guys because a lot of you guys love Bitcoin, so I give you the analysis and you guys can make the call. But look at that, made that, couldn't break above it. Tried to do it a couple times, but stay below that, and now we're just crashing right back down. But this could be a correction to this pump up. So this thing can come down, retest, and then bounce up. So keep an eye on that 61,007 level. You guys might get an entry here. Anyway, so going back to gold here. Let's keep an eye on our charts here. Let's wait, see if we get a move. How's it looking on the 1 hour? Okay, so we got this support here. We did close below, but with no bottom wick. So we came down, made a wick, and now we're closing above. So if we do come back up and close back in the range, then we could be looking for potential buys up. All right, guys. So let's sit tight, and we got about 27 minutes of candle closure. So yeah, let's wait for opportunities to show up. So we do have a bearish 4 hour. It's been bearish the whole time. We had a previous daily candle closed bullish, right? So this could be a bottom wick for this thing to flip. So we could take the entry at the break of the previous daily high, which for the body closed around 25.18. Yeah, maybe the current daily highs, we can take an entry right around that 25.18. We can have a buy stop if we break if this daily can flip and turn bullish. But it has to respect this level here on the smaller time frames. If this 4 hour closes below, we could get a steeper bottom wick on that daily before we get a flip. Yeah, let's wait for closures here, and then we'll take it from there. Yeah, the 1 hour's definitely pulling back down. Again, we get a closure. We could take potential sells down to fill the range. That's not a bad move. But if we close above, then we'll be looking for the buys up. If we do drop to this level here, I'll be looking for buys around this level here. Gang, if you're tuning in now, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Help support the channel. Yeah, let's try to get this, to reach everyone that wants to join on a live stream, that wants to get some guidance on their trading, wants to learn how to mark up their charts, learn how to understand price action. So let's get that algorithm moving here so everybody can benefit, right? I come in on stream, again, this is just free information, guys. Free information. It's at no cost to you guys to come on the stream to learn, right? To learn how to trade, to learn how to understand price action, right? We mark our levels every day. I give you guys the whole breakdown of where we are currently in the markets, and it's something that in many places they'll charge a substantial amount of money to teach you the exact same thing that I'm telling you here for free on YouTube. So all you guys got to do is hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't done that yet. That's all I ask, and I appreciate it. All right, gang. So yeah, we're waiting for this candle closure. So we got about 24 minutes. So we're not making any moves till then. So let's just sit tight. All right. All right. I'll be right back, gang. Give me a sec. All right, gang. Oh, gold is definitely pushing down here. Yeah, it might come down to fill this range here, so let's see. See if we got any updates here. Let's see what this says here. This inflation looks like it's ticking down a little bit. They don't really mention anything about how many basis points they're probably gonna lower the interest rate. I mean, it might just be a 0.25, but some people saying that it could potentially be a 0.50 basis point cut. So let's see. Let's see. This could have been the high here. Let me see. What's that looking on the week? I didn't look at the week here. Yeah, but if you notice, I mean, the weekly definitely closed bullish after making this big bottom wick here, but we closed bullish above that resistance, and then we pushed up, rejected right at that resistance level there. Now we're pushing down, but yeah, we got some strong bullish movement here. Let me see something. Let's see if we get the. This looks like. All right, let's take a look at the fib. All right, so this is a logical target. You know, the 61.8 level here. 50% retracement will probably be about 2,500, 2,501. So yeah, I mean, it's possible. I mean, we might get something like this, right? We might get something to come down here. Once we tap that level, then we can probably just bounce up all the way back up here, right? But we might get a further push down, right? We might get something to come down to the 50% here, right? And then get the drive up, right? So that could be the play, but I think these two fib levels, so you can come right into this range here. Yeah. Our first stop is that 2509 area, then we got the 2501. So yeah, I mean, it's an 80 pip difference, so it's a big range to fill, but we'll see. We have this first support here, then we have this one right here, right at the 50% right here. So if I was to go back, let me delete this and then just draw it up here, right? So we have 2509 right here, right? And then, sorry, that's the 50%. And then we have this one down. Trying to make it as exact as I can, right there. So that's the range right there. If we leave those levels marked there, we can look for potential entries, right? So those are the two fib levels that we could potentially be targeting. So you see how we're dripping down here. You know, this could be our first level here. You know, we might make a wick, come back and close above it. We respect this level here, then I might be inclined to take a quick buy entry. But if we come down and close below, and let's say off the 1 hour, how would that? Let me delete these arrows. Take a look at it. All right, so here we have it marked up on the 1 hour, right? Whatever entry we're going to take tonight, you know, other than that 9 p.m. entry, based on the candle closure, we might look at a wick entry if anything. But I want to see how the 1 hour behaves, and then we can take our entries off the 1 hour. We already saw it broke this support level, even though it didn't have a bottom wick, but it came up, made a top wick, and now it's making this bottom wick and it's driving. So again, it might come and grab these wicks here, which Intel will bring it to the support level. Once it hits the support level, then we can look for an entry, maybe possible buys from here, or if we get a break, then it has to come down these 80 pips, right? And then this could be it's gonna reverse from one of these two levels. So we just have to wait for closures and determine. If it even drops this far, right? It might flip right from here. I mean, with 11 minutes left, it's probably going to close strong bullish. This doesn't have much of a top wick either, so. All right, well, let's leave those levels there. We'll go with the fib levels tonight, and just wait for price action to give us a good entry, and we'll wing it. NASDAQ. No, I went over the NASDAQ, guys, earlier. If you want the analysis on NASDAQ, I did US 30 as well, and what was the other one? Bitcoin. But I did that. You can rewind the video a little bit. You want to go back to the beginning of the stream and take a look at that. But I'm gonna just write it out here. We got about 10 minutes left. Want to see where this is gonna go. For me to be bearish on gold, it has to break this level down. Off the 4 hour, this looks like a nice and a shoulders pattern, double top formation, right? For it to be bearish, it has to break the neckline, and then we get this. If it breaks this level, I mean, look at all that range to fill. We can come down to 2440, all the way from 2484. So that's a 440 pip drop. That's crazy. Yeah, I think we gotta watch out for this level here. Anywhere in this range, you could look for buy opportunity. Patience, gang, patience. We'll get our entry soon enough, all right? We're waiting for this candle to close, and let's see what happens at 9 o'clock, all right? You see the fib levels match perfectly with the support off the 30, off the 1 hour right here, even off the 4 hour right here. So yeah, let's see. If we are going to continue to drive, though, we need a bottom wick on this 1 hour. when it was at this level, we got this nice bounce, even though it came back down and pushed through. When we're around this level here, either well, under it, of course, we get that rejection, but here we got a nice bounce up. When it was at this level here, we got a nice bounce up, came retested, and then got that nice bounce up. Here we wicked, came close to that range there, right? And bounced back up all the way up here. Now we're coming back down. So this level's been holding, so let's wait. That's just simple price action, gang. It's I mean, if you're not that, if you've been trading for a while, you can just kind of just have that visual, right? Simple support and resistance. That's all I'm doing here. You know, we could get a little more technical. For example, right? Let me give you an example here. Let's take a look at this chart. Let me see if I can do that. Actually, all right. Let's take a look at this chart. Right? Look at this. I can draw a line here, right? And we're gonna go with the trend line. I can draw a line right up, something like. Got to go from low to low, right? Right. Okay. So we could do a trend line support, but you see the trend line will probably be right in that range there. We got to break below the trend line. It's possible we can continue to drive down, but we might come down here, bounce back up, right? You want to go with trend line or resistance levels and stuff and support levels. Take a look at that off the daily. Off the daily, it looks good too. Look at this. See, we go off the daily time frame, right? And you draw a trend line here. Then you see, once we started this move up, tested that, came up, retested. We haven't retested it since, but then, right? If we're gonna break down, we could come down, right? It's not gonna make a straight shot down, right? It's gonna start trickling down, and they'll probably test it right around this range here. So it can come down to 24.40, right to this support level right here. That's possible. That trend line is there. But again, I that's breaking that neckline off the 4 hour and off the 1 hour that I talked about. When we get that break, it's possible. Right? It's not crazy to think that. We have put on the 4 hour. We look at the 4 hour, right? See how we have that double top. 1, 2, 3, boom. And then if we come down, we will have to break this level here. If we break that support, get a closure below, we'll get the drop here, which is the point where gold will probably tap into the trend line support off the daily time frame. So, again, that's a little bit more technical. It could still be simple for some traders, but I try not to make it that complicated when we're on stream here. I just, we want to get in, grab our pips, and get out. That's it. Keep it simple. If you are interested, though, in learning how to, mark up your charts, how to, understand trend lines and horizontal and just resistance and support levels and things like that, how to understand a little bit more on the price action, right? Understanding candlestick behaviors, candlestick patterns, things like that, then, you can sign up for my trading platform and, you'll get to learn all that. But here on stream is just a little basic crash course, you know what I mean? Nothing crazy. These levels that we do have marked up, for those who weren't in on the stream earlier, these are the two support levels off the Fibonacci retracement. We're kind of waiting to see if we're going to reject off of the 61.8 or we're going to come down to 50% retracement level here. So that's what I'm waiting on right now. Yeah, it looks like we're closing bearish. This thing might, yeah, we might come down. Again, I'm interested in buys, but I don't mind taking the sell. But if we would have maybe, if we get a retest, let me mark on see that support that it broke out of right there. Uh, well, there's 1 minute left. It looks like I don't think we're gonna flip back bullish. I think we're gonna close below. If we come down, right? If we get a top wick, tap this level here, um, I'll be interested in taking a sell position here. You know, short risk, right? But because we might get this drop, retest, and continuation, right? It'll look something like this, right? Get a tap there, and then get the push. There's to this level here, which is 60 pips, 50 pips, and we can maybe take that down here. We'll see. Or we can just wait for it to tap this level, right? And again, if this level holds, then we can look for potential buy opportunities from there. There's risk in everything we do here. You know what I mean? Like we could wait for this level to tap here. Let's say the candle might not break below. You could tell us support held. Next candle can close bullish. We take a buy position, and then this thing can, continue to run down, and it happens sometimes, right? But we manage our risk. But what are the chances, right? Look at that. So we closed. All right, closed here 9 o'clock. Not much of a bottom wick. New 1 hour open with no top wick. Started driving. Same thing, 4 hour. All right, so we got a strong bullish closure. Yeah, I would wait for a top wick here and then get the reversal. So let's see what happens. Let's see if we get that top wick. If this thing drives, we let it go, gang. Let it go. Let it go. I need somewhat of a top wick. Somewhere up to 2015, 2016, 25-15, 25-16, and then then catch the rest of it. But if it drives down, if it drives, it drives. There it goes, it's driving. If we get a strong push down with no top wick, yeah, I'll be interested in buys down here. Because I'll take that wick entry. See, at some point, it has to come back up to make a top wick here. So if we get a nice push down, we can definitely take a wick entry, especially if it's right close to this support level down here. But make the top wick now and then reflip. I might come and grab these wicks right here. It's made it all the way down here. Might as well keep going. Is that a daily flip? Let me see. I mean, not the flip, but I mean, yeah, it's daily making a bottom wick. We got, well, we need to understand, right? And I mentioned this earlier. What's the bias in the market, right? So look at this bullish closure 2 days ago, right? This was on Friday. Then today, we made a bottom wick, pulled up, right? Made a nice strong push for the day. Then we came back, but we closed bullish and we broke that resistance level there. So now this new candle has no top wick. So we might come down. It might even take out the previous daily low. Sometimes it wicks down like that and then reflips, you know? So that can happen. So let's be patient and wait. The key entry would probably be right here. So that's a possible buy entry right around that 25.10. You know, maybe even here. It's not too crazy to think 2,500 could be a nice entry for this thing to reflip. That's off the daily. So again, because it has no top wick after closing bullish the previous day, break resistance, I'm confident this thing is gonna flip bullish. But I want to find an entry off the lower time frames, right, to get our entries, you know, somewhere where that bottom wick will be ending, right? We really don't know how steep the bottom wick is going to be, but everything indicates here off the daily that this thing should continue to push up. So this is just, again, a bottom wick to then reflip. Question is, right, how steep is this bottom wick going to be? Is it going to tap here? Is this it right here? Is it going to flip from here? You know, we don't really know. So we have to wait for our setup. See how we close below here? This candle makes a bottom wick, right? If this candle flips bullish off the 4 hour, right, and closes right back up into the range, and this was a fake out, and then that's where we can look for opportunities to continue to buy it up. But if we're going to go off the support levels, right, then we wait for it to approach that support level, right, and then see how they close on the smaller time frames, right, off the 1 hour, off the 30, and then we can look for potential opportunities to enter the market. But that requires time. It requires patience. It might not even happen during the stream, right? So we have to be patient. We can't just jump into the market and, you know, not waiting for our setups to print. All right, so we made a top wick for the 1 hour here. So let's see. Made the top wick. Is it going to drive down? You should see a little bit of volume closer to that 9:30 hours. We'll see. Where did it peak down here? 25.12. All right. Like I said, this could have been the bottom here, but because these last two candles closed below that support, then I would expect gold to fill the range. But right, it could also retest and then continue to drive. So we might get an entry somewhere around here if it taps up here. If not, like I said, if it drives, then I'll look for the buys. Focus mode. Nope, I'm not in the trade, gang. Nope, not in the trade just yet. Waiting for opportunities. So just letting the candles print and see where we go from there. Yeah, made that top wick. Now it's pushing down. It's like 28 bits. I would have said, you know what, take a buy off the rip here. It'll probably be about 30 pip stops. But like I said, it's it's not a horrible idea. For those who want to just like, scalp the market, if you're able to hold some drawdown. But I rather, not take trades like that because you have a higher possibility of you have a higher win rate, right? If you're gonna take that kind of a trade, take it closer into a support level, or closer to that resistance level if it breaks above or so on. A lot of people like to live on the edge like that, take some bigger risk, but that's not worth it. Yeah, a support level. I say that because you have, that's a chance that you're gonna get that rejection, right? You could have taken oh, sorry guys, somebody was calling me here. I apologize. Yes. All right. All right. Hey, there you go, gang. Sorry about that. My daughter was calling me, but couldn't answer at the moment. Um, yeah. So yeah, we're getting that drive. You see this right here? Now, when you get this right, we're waiting for to see how the candle's going to react or look for potential buys in this support range. But what do we do in a case like this, right? When it's driving rather quickly to that level, right? But look at the time left on the candle. We have 46 minutes left on the candle, right? So because there's so much time left on the candle, we're probably going to see the tap, right? Maybe see a long wick, might even flip bullish, right? Or it'll kind of just start pounding up and down here. And eventually, minutes before, we'll get a closure and a break below. If that's the case, then we can have a play similar to this one here, right? We get the break of support, then next candle is going to come up, make a top wick, and then we catch the ride down. So if we do get a break of support here, on the very next candle, we would wait for a top wick to form, and then on the reflip, once it re-breaks the previous candle lows, that's our entry. But here, for example, at the moment, right, it came down to the level, right? It came down right to that support level, and we see some rejection here. So that's a sign that this level could be a strong support level, but it's too early on the candle for us to make a move off the 1 hour. Now, you can drop it to the 30-minute and then wait 15 minutes to see if the 30-minute breaks below, then that's a good entry. A lot of people trade off the 30-minute, and I might be interested, but we have to break. But just keep an eye. The candle, the time left on the candle is important, because this thing, for example, can come down, right, and make a strong move down to here with 25 minutes left, and it can linger in the range, right? And then with 5 minutes left on the candle, it'll come right back up and close above, right? And a lot of people that took sells when the candle was down here, they're going to get stopped out. So we have to wait for candle closures. That's the key element here. Patience is key. Trust me, I tell you that because I've been burned many times. I've been burned. Yeah, so been burned many times, guys. Been burned many times because I jump in too early. I don't wait for candle closures, and sometimes I jump in and it works out. It plays out, and it's more like a gamble. I try not to gamble. What I try to do here is take trades that have a high probability of winning. Right? We don't win every trade. I've been on stream here. We've taken a few losses since I've been streaming, but I'd rather take that trade that has that 85% chance or that 85% win rate on it. And that's my playbook strategy. So I wait for this to print. See, we already tapped into this level, so that's key. Now we left the wick down here. Let's see how this candle's gonna close, right? If it closes having that nice rejection off here, the next candle, we'll see how it prints, right? It might make a bottom wick. If it also rejects, then we can look for a potential entry on the flip. But we have to wait and see. 42 minutes is a long time on this candle. So there's a lot that can happen. It can come right back down, or it'd be nice if this thing reflips bullish. Let's say it starts driving and re-breaks the previous 1 hour highs. Yeah, then we're in there. We'll have buy stops here at the break of the highs, and we'll ride that out. But now we're in this range. You see this range in here, this yellow line here, and this yellow line here. As long as we're in here, I won't take any positions unless we're right around this area or right around this area. So anything in the middle, it's not happening. A break below here, like to catch this whole range here, is a very nice move. We catch the sells down, then take the buys up. Very nice. It'll be a nice move there, right? In the perfect world, you might not get that. That's a wow. Good, yeah. It's very bearish. Yeah, look at how bearish gold is looking at the moment, right? But remember what I told you guys, keep an eye on the daily. See, the daily came down. You see what I was talking about earlier? You see how we tapped in right into that support and getting that rejection? This could have been the bottom wick. Now, a lot of times, um, we see that it re-breaks the previous lows, right? Off the daily. We might come down and crack just below, take out the lows, and then flip up. This could have been the bottom here. If we start flipping, especially going into tomorrow, if you tune into the daily chart, if you see this thing flipping bullish, once it flips bullish, you can have an entry right at the break of the around 25.18, I would say. We break above 25.18, then we're gonna come up, grab this wick, probably tap the all-time highs, and continue to drive all the way up to wherever we're going. But yeah, again, bullish closure, right? Previous daily closed bullish. This next candle can be bottom wick for it to flip. So that's the whole idea behind the bullish bias that I have. I'm looking for buy setups, although I don't mind taking a sell. You know, if we're gonna catch a breakout here on the smaller time frames, hey, we can catch the sell down here. You know, but then right around this area, if it's not this support level, we do break this one, then yeah, definitely high percentage of buyers will be down here waiting to buy it from 2,500. But this level might hold right here. Look, it was a nice support level. Fibonacci retracement there. This might hold before we break. So just keep an eye on that, right, gang? Why didn't you take the buy when it tapped? I explained that just now. I'm not going to take the buy here when it tapped down here. I explained that there was too much time left on the candle, even though we saw the nice rejection, right? We see it. But, you know, 38 minutes, for example, again, this thing can come right back down and close below, right? Then we're in a buy from here and we're closing breaking support. We don't want to be in that trade, right? I'll wait for candles to close and let's see. Like I said, this thing can flip bullish. It can flip bullish, re-break its own high, and start driving up, re-break the previous high, and all that can happen in 37 minutes. So you have to be patient. I like what I see, right? We have our support levels, right? We saw the rejection here. So that's telling me this level's still holding, right? So it's a good sign. It came down, grabbed these wicks right here, right? We grabbed those wicks. You know, we might see a flip. If this candle closes bullish, then the next candle can give us a bottom wick on the flip. We can get in. That's another way we can trade this, but we have to wait. All right. Yeah. Now you guys have to understand that the candles are telling us something. You know, we're reading these candles. We're understanding price action. We're letting the candles print. Once the candles print, you know, they leave a trail or clues or indications of what it's looking to do. And we have to understand that. And once we understand what the candles are telling us, then we'll be able to execute our trades. You know, that's why the wicks are important. The candle bodies are important. Support resistance levels are important. All that stuff is important for us to understand. And where are we going to buy? Where are we going to sell? So there's a lot happening right now. First thing I'm looking at right now, right, if I'm sitting here, is we broke support, right? Once we broke support, top wick, right? Flip down. This candle, top wick, flip down. Now we ran into a support level, right? And it rejected. Look at that. The candle flipped bullish after it was bearish for the first, you know, 35 minutes of the candle opening. So we have to wait. And look, it's flipping bullish. Imagine this comes up, like I told you guys before. Come down, tap here. If this thing flips bullish and closes back above, yeah, I'll be interested in buys up once we re-break this resistance level. But again, we don't know anything until the candle prints. It's 5 minutes to the 30 closure. 30 has this little minor support here. It's somewhat respecting as well. This is our key support. This is our major support level, but we have a little support level here off the 30-minute, right? And it's, you can see how I marked it up, and it's slightly above that right there. So it's, you know, if this thing made that wick and closed above, next candle can come, you know, make a bottom wick, above, you know, so many possibilities. But I want to take this next trade off the 1 hour. So let's wait for the 1 hour to print. Yeah, you see that's the rejection of 50-minute. 50-minute might close bullish here. Good, and this little minor resistance level here. That goes right back above that. Let's see. Very nice rejection here. Very nice. These candles rejected and closed right back above. This one came down here, rejected, closed back above. This one rejected, but it might still close in the range. But in that case, we'll have to wait for the next candle to print. All right, 32 minutes, gang. Give me a sec. I'm gonna have to make a phone call. I have to call my daughter. Yeah, just hang tight, gang. We'll wait for this candle closure. I'll be back before the candle closes. All right. All right, gang. Let's see where we're at here. All right. Yeah, we still had that nice rejection here, so still waiting on that. Look to the left. I want to see if there were. We had this rejection, but it closed bullish. I mean, it could still close bullish in the next 18 minutes, but see this candle wick down here. This candle wick down, closed back above. This candle wick, although it closed bearish, but then the next candle came down and ripped. So that can happen. Yeah, for those guys that are watching, where you guys watching from? Where you tuning in from? Let me know in the comments there where you watching the stream from. It's probably likely 4 hour time frame is bearish, and I'm thinking this thing might want to come down and re-break the previous daily lows. That bottom wick can be pretty steep. It's possible this thing I think it could come down to fill this range down here, but I would want to see a break below, or right, we broke here like I mentioned before. If we come down, um, then come up and retest, maybe look for sell. If this resistance level holds, we can look for sells down around 25.15 and catch the rip down. That's another way we can play this as well. Oh, Talks Buzz from London, England. Nice. Welcome, brother. Welcome. Again, this right here is a nice range to fill right here if we can continue to drive down. This would have been a steeper wick. I think I also mentioned that, once we broke below, right, we came down with the top wick, come down here. This wick would have been steeper up to the top here. We would have come up and retapped. I would have taken the sell right at that resistance level, but we didn't come up that high, so I'd rather stay out. Yeah, so we got 12 minutes, gang. Let's see. And my charts definitely look cleaner than most traders out there. I mean, I've seen people, for example, one of the indicators that I used to use this a lot. For example, where's my I have it here, hold on. Here goes the Chimoku clock. It's a very good indicator, but look at this right here. Imagine my chart was to look like this. And I used to use this off the monthly, right? Hold on, let me see if I can zoom out here. Look at this. Look at this chart. If I have stuff like this on the chart, although I understand it, it's a lot more difficult to explain. The Ichimoku cloud. For example, here's indicating strong bullish momentum on the cloud here. But if if I print something out like that for you guys, it's something that some of you, right, might not be able to understand. So I try to stay away from those kind of indicators on the live stream. Yeah, we're starting to push down. Hey, we got a break here, gang, in 10 minutes. I'll be extremely interested. Look at that. Wick below it, but pull back up. Yeah, be ready. Be ready for sell opportunities here if we break that support level. There we go. See, so that wick tapped into this level here. When it broke before, then it came back up, retested, then we drove back up. So we got to be slightly careful. But I would safely say, remember, this was the fib level we marked here. So we got a closure below, then it's probably going to drop to the 50% here. So I wouldn't mind catching the drop down this way. But we need a bottom wick here. No bottom wick, I'm not taking that trade. They got daily lows or no? Oh yeah, look, previous daily lows have just been broken here. Yes, it definitely broke the previous daily lows here already. And once we broke below that, so this thing could possibly continue to drive down. I got 5 minutes, but I would like to see a closure below here. Yeah, we need this closure down below here. If we don't get a closure below here, then we probably won't have a trade tonight. See, 2 minutes left. Starting to push down. I thought it would have closed below, but we're lingering right above that support level there. Yeah, that market here still slightly above. I might. Will we close below? We got 45 seconds, gang, here. It's looking like it wants to respect the support level here. Previous 30-minute failed to break as well. All right, 3 seconds, 2, 1. All right, so close the above. Candle continued to come down right away, made a bottom wick. Let's see. You see, so this level's respecting here. What's this? Let's go that 30-minute. It makes a steeper wick. I'll take the cells here. Let me see. Because if it makes a top wick, if it comes back and re-breaks the lows here, I wouldn't mind taking that sell. Let's see how steep this top wick is going to be. Come back and re-break the lows. Might be interested in my stop. Yeah. 25. The highs. I want to see a steeper top wick though. No, I'm not in just yet, gang. I'm trying to see. There's no top wick on this 15. We can get a top wick up here on the reflip. I don't mind getting in there. Let's see. Stops will probably be 30-minute highs. All right, gang. Yeah, I'm taking this entry. My entry is gonna be 25.09 on a sell stop. Okay, we get the flip when we drive down. I'll take that entry there. All right. All right, I'm in, gang. I just got activated here. Entry was 25.09. Stops are gonna be just above the previous 30 highs, right around 2513.35 for stop loss. We're up 5 pips at the moment. Yeah, we broke the lows. All right. Yep, we're running about 10 pips now. See, we're going to continue to drive down. 14 pips. All right, good. Nice, nice. There we go. All right, at this point, I'm lowering the risk, right? I'm putting the stop loss above the current 30-minute highs. So if you can move your stop to about 2510.75. Yeah, we're running here. Yep. So yeah, I adjusted the stops. I moved them down 30 pips here, gang. Once we go 20 pips, I'm going break even. Another 5 pips or so. Yeah. So our risk is super low. We're only risking 17 pips on this trade. We're in profit. If you guys want to jump out, you can do so. I'm holding, but I have my stops here, just 17 pips now. But I want to see us drive further down here. All right. I'm going break even, and I'm taking partials right there at that line. Man. That's a 20 pip move there. We're currently up 15 pips. Yo, come on, push. Yeah. All right, I'm going to break even here, gang. I'm going to break even. All right, risk-free trade, gang. I'm taking partials if we tap that line right there. Hold on a second. All right. Yeah, I'm break even. And do we tap? That's 20 pips right there. We tap. Yep, we tapped. All right. Wait a second. All right, got it. All right, good. Yeah, took partials there. Have a small runner. Risk free. Grab 20 pips on that trade, my friends. Beautiful trade. Way to exercise patience. Yeah, we running now. We're up about. Yeah, we're running 30 pips here, gang. Yeah. Go run. All right. Beautiful. All right, gang. All right. Yeah, if you haven't taken partials, you should do that now. Um, or if you wanna at least go break even at the very least. So, but yeah, great trade there, gang. Close partials again at 20 pips and went break even. So we have this runner going here. Let's see, we might fill this range here. Yeah, we're running about 31 pips here. Yeah. All right. Nice job, gang. For those who were patient, right? That whole move took over an hour to develop, right? But again, that's the importance of waiting for your entry, right? So once this candle came down, it break below but closed above, but we did have that strong bearish movement, right? So once we started coming up, what I did was I took it off the break of the 30-minute lows. So when it came down, made a small bottom wick, right? Once it pulled up, When it came back down on the rebreak, we took our entry right at the rebreak of the current candle lows off the 30-minute, and that gave us the nice strong push down. We ran, I think we peaked at 30, 32, yeah, 32. I'm sorry, yeah, 32 pips. Vision is like crazy over here. Yeah, 32 pips so far was our peak there, but I took partials at 20 pips, and we got a runner. See if it'll run here. Yeah, so it's very likely that we're gonna come down and tap down here into this range here. That 2,500 gold price might be a good level to look for some buy opportunities, but again, right, same thing. If this thing pulls down and breaks, then nothing's stopping it till the neckline that I mentioned at 2480. So let's see. And then if you look at the daily, remember I told you guys we did have a daily candle that closed above resistance, right? But the next candle, close to no top wick there, comes down, re-breaks the previous daily lows, right? So we might get a nice steep wick here. If you look at the daily, um, look at these wicks on the daily. Look at that wick all the way down here and then flips all the way back up, Look at this wick. Look at that long wick here. Same thing goes on the top wicks. Look at the top wicks here. So it's very common for the daily chart to have these massive wicks. So you look at it, there's no top wick here. So this is just a bottom wick, right? Coming off the previous bullish closure that broke resistance. So this is a bottom wick we're making to flip up, but you can never really predict how steep a bottom wick will be. That's a very difficult thing to do. But when you go to the smaller time frames, it gives you these levels, right? So it's very possible that the bottom wick can cap out right around 2,500, maybe what is that, 2,502, anywhere between 2,502 2,500. We can get the bottom wick to end there, perhaps, unless we close below and break, right? If this level holds, then there's a high chance that then we're going to see the reversal of the daily candle, and then tomorrow we'll see the run up for the New York session with all the volume and all that stuff. So, or probably tonight, right, during London. Tax Buzz, you're in London. You might be trading the London session, so you might get all the volume for the reversal back up. Let's see, we're running down here. We're running 29 pips, 30 pips. So yeah. That's another thing that I want to mention about trading is that it's quick. It's reaction that you have to have. The trading is something that you have to be on top of it. That move happened quick. We got the top wick here. Once we got this to form here, once the candle made a small bottom wick, when it flipped up to make the top wick, right on the re-break of its own low, that's when you take that entry, and then you get the push to the downside, right, with the volume. But you have to be quick. Yeah, shorty, banger trade for sure. Again, right, it's the analysis that we always talk about. It's the patience that we have to exercise. That's the struggle with a lot of traders, is the patience that they want to jump in, they want to be a little over aggressive, and while that can work one or two times, here and there, but I teach this all the time to all my students, is that patience. If candles have to print, they have to print. You have to look at price action. I mentioned that earlier. Candles are talking to you. They're speaking to you. They're giving you something to read, right? So, you know, again, the wicks, play a big factor here, right? So we get the closure, like I said, right? Once the candle opened and made that small wick and it flipped up, once it made the top wick, right? It turned bullish, made a top wick. What I do is I set the sell stop at the break of the current low in this case, right? Because I'm taking the entry on the reflip of the candle turning bearish. Give you an example of that, right? Remember how I mentioned when this candle closed, right? Broke below. When this candle pulled up, see, this candle didn't have a bottom wick. So I let it go here on this candle. I didn't take that trade. This candle closed, had a bottom wick. When this one flipped up, what I waited in that case was for, I expected it to make a steeper wick, right? And I wanted to take our sells closer to the resistance level. But our wick was not that high. And it drove down, look at that, all the way down, filled the rest of the range. In this case, I didn't wait for a steeper wick. What I did was, instead of trying to take the wick entry, what I did was I took it at the break of the low. So again, there's many opportunities, there's many options you have as a trader. You just have to wait for your setup, and that's how it plays out. Yeah, the process, man, is the process. This is all part of the game. It's all part of the plan. You can't come into the markets without a plan. You know, you can't just start pressing the buy and sell button, on a wing, because it's not gonna work that way. It might work one day. You might get lucky and get into a trade without waiting for your setup, and it'll go your way. But I would say 7 or 8 out of 10 times you're gonna fail, and you're gonna get tapped out. You're gonna blow your accounts, and it's not worth it. So, all right. So we still have this runner. In the meantime, I'm still in this trade. What we're gonna do here is, again, for those who will be looking to trade London session, I know some of you guys might be looking to do that. If you are, keep an eye on this level here, right? Might not come down here. Again, we have other areas. You see this to the left. You look at other support and resistance areas. See, look at this range here, right around here. If I mark it right around 2505, there's a nice little support there. So see it tapped in over here as well. So we're in this range now. You see this resistance we had here off the Fibonacci levels, and this support here. So we're inside this range. So the market can reverse from anywhere in here now. So two things you can do is either wait for a closure back above into this range, right? So the next 1 hour candle can make a bottom wick and then close bullish and close above, right? Then that's your key to take the buys up. But it can continue to drive down. It might happen in a few hours. It can take 3, 4, 5 hours before it taps back down here, and then it's gonna bounce up. Unless, again, if it breaks below 2,500, then this is your next target down here. There's no, you got some minor support levels, but that's not, you look for the major support level, and that's all the way down 2,480. So again, simple analysis, just, again, break of structure, break of support, or break of resistance. That's all. That's just the basic. Like I said, there's other things that go into play. Again, volume is one thing that goes into play. But usually the volume kind of somewhat dies out at this time of night. So it'll pick up pre-London, maybe around 2 a.m. You'll see some more movement in the markets. But we're good, man. We're playing with house money now. We're risk-free. We secure 20 pips, and now we hold our run. If you're tired and you want to go to sleep, close your trade. Take your partials. Take your partials now. Look, it's at 20 pip profit. Take that and call it a night, you know? Yeah, this, excuse me, this level of resistance here, like this little cluster of freaking candles. Look at this. This is a disaster. But yeah, there was a lot of choppiness right around this area here, around that 2505 and a half or so. We didn't peak that far down. We missed it by like 4 pips, but somewhere in this middle area, we could run into some rejection per se. But let's see. Let's see if we'll survive. Our stops are break even. Let's see if we'll continue to push, or are we gonna get stopped out here? Let me get rid of this already. I marked that up earlier for I was planning to take my partial there, but did that 20 pips there, but now we're break even. So we'll just watch this trade and see what happens. We had this support area right here for 4 hours. You see these candles all rejected here evenly. Currently below that at the moment. These candles, you see how they wick on the way up. So it was resistance before, then turned support here. So somewhere in this area. So we're kind of below it, but again, I'm just keeping an eye on areas where the market could reject back up. But yeah, we definitely have some bearish pressure here. So the selling pressure is crazy. This thing might definitely come down and feel the range. So, but the buys will be just as good. I mean, if we get a rejection here at 2,500, we took those buys up, and man, see a lot of money. Will we survive? Excuse me. And then keep in mind, uh, as I talked about, you see how this candle's rejecting here? So we got a wick. If this candle, right? If this candle were to come up and flip bullish, let's say re-break its own high and close back into the range, right? Go back to the daily, then that will be the bottom wick, and that could be the reflip of this can start reflipping, and by the time you wake up tomorrow morning, this thing will re-break its own high, and the daily had already been flipped. So at the end of the day, although we're getting this bearish move down at the moment off these smaller time frames, the bias is bullish on gold, right? And we're anticipating the daily candle to flip. What we're looking for here is how steep is that daily bottom weight going to be. That's all we're doing here. We're just capitalizing on the drop at the moment, but we already made our move. Now we're gonna see, is it gonna come down here, right, and then start flipping up? Is it gonna break below and then continue to drive down? You have to have all that. We kind of prepare, right? You have to have a plan, and that's the plan. You have to have your plan set up. You have to look at all the time frames, look at what the market is doing, what the trend is. Shorty always says, what is it? The trend is your friend. so that's a good way to put it. And right now, overall, look at the monthly time frame. I mean, there's nothing bearish about the monthly time frame at all. I mean, look at this. massively bullish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the last 6 months has just been running up. So the weekly, look at that. It's super bullish. Broke the highs here. Everything is bullish. The daily's bullish. You look at the daily, look at the daily. It's just running up. So everything is bullish in the market for gold. Now, a correction, yeah, a correction is expected, and that's kind of what I feel. Now, for me to be bearish, right? For me to be bearish on gold, we need a break. I need to see a break 2480. We break 2480, yeah, this thing's coming down 2440, 2400, and then we can say, okay, now the trend is bearish. But this thing can come down here and jump right back up. Yeah, W trade, gang. If you took this trade and made some money tonight, tap a W. Throw that W in the chat, gang. Yeah, it was a fantastic trade. Again, more than anything, it was the patience we had to exercise. I mean, you know, a lot of people were saying, why didn't you take the trade on the break of this candle? I explained that the reason why I personally didn't take the move, because I wanted a steeper top wick. Didn't get it. That's okay. We let it go. Let it go, gang. But this time we made the move, right? This time we didn't wait for such a steep wick. Once this came up on the break of the lows, we got it. So yeah, it is what it is, man. Some other traders might have taken that other trade, and that's fine. But you know, we're good. Oh, shorty, you got stopped out, huh? It's all good, man. You made your money, brother. All right, Tox Buzz, you made your profits tonight too. I see. Great job, gang. Great job. Will we survive this? I want to see it. I mean, we're still in good shape here. We're up about 15 pips still on the runner. Yeah, I want to see if we're gonna continue to drive down, or are we gonna get stopped at break even here? See a little more now here. Can close bearish, right? Comes up, makes a top wick. If the 15-minute, right, in this case, the 15-minute comes up, already made a top wick. If this thing can flip bearish, if it re-breaks the previous 15 lows, we should see a further push down, right? But if this thing comes up and now, you know, say the 15-minute closes bullish and doesn't take out the previous lows, then we might assume it's either it might come back up and retest, which will probably put us out. But once it made this top wick, we should see a push here, and once it re-breaks the 15-minute lows, then we should see a decent push to the downside. The 30 is going to close here. Let me keep an eye on the 30 for the next few seconds. I just want to see if how it would react. Is it gonna flip up and then come down, or is it gonna come down, take out the lows, and then flip? If it takes out the lows first, I'm gonna close another partials on my runner here, secure some more profit. All right, Tox Buzz, have a good night, man. Thanks for tuning in, man. If we break the lows first, sometimes we will rip down with no top wick, and if that happens, then I'll close the partial. All right, it's gonna make a top wick first here. Honestly, it's gonna take the lows out and I'll take partial. formed this support here. I never rebroke the lows, and now it's so we're getting 15-minute support here. Um, 30 minutes still running, but we'll see how that's gonna close. 1 hour close in the next 24 minutes. Let's see, we're gonna break the lows, or are we gonna get stopped out here? We survive. How's the 1 hour looking here? It's not come up. Hey, remember I told you guys 20 minutes left, but yeah, if the 1 hour reflips bullish, for example, that would be crazy. It's a strong bullish indication that we're getting because again, if you're gonna go off the 1 hour, right? Assuming this thing reflips, remember the previous 1 hour closed respecting this support level, right? So this could have just been a wick into the range, and then it's gonna reflip, close back in the range, still respecting this support, and that's a good bullish indication. If we do get a closure below here, 20 or so minutes, we could still expect this thing to continue to drive down later on tonight. But let's see if we'll survive this and not get stopped out here. I'll prefer that this 30-minute candle close bearish here, but I run up and tap us out here at break even. There we go. Pushing down here. There we go. Flipping bearish. All right. So we're gonna take out the previous lows here. Making a nice top wick. Can reflip. We re-break the lows, we should see a further push down, right? I want to see it re-break these previous lows. That's what I'm waiting on. Let's see if it does that. If we do re-break those previous lows, we should see a push further down. But look at the 15-minute hasn't re-broke that low. Closed bullish here. This one closed doji. Now this one's here. So One of these candles we broke below, so it could be forming some sort of support, and we might range a little bit here. If that's the case. I'm okay with closing out the trade and closing out my runner. But again, you guys can hold. Again, we're risk free anyway. It's house money, but I'll see how it goes, and then I'll decide if I want to just close my runner to secure that smaller profit. And if you haven't gone break even by this time, this time that we have been in this trade, again, you still have time. Go break even, at the least. Go break even. Don't let this thing run up and you didn't adjust your stop loss. That would be reckless. You have to do all the fundamentals. Once we got the trade in profit, a certain amount of pips and so on. Once we broke certain lows and so on, we the adjustments. See, our stops were at the break of this candle high, right? Because this was the current candle at the time. So I put it at the top at the break of the previous 30 highs. Once we rebroke the lows, what I did was I adjusted the stop loss and put it above current candle highs, right? So cut the stops by the risk by 30 pips. And then once we tapped down here, which is where I took partials, then I went break even. Well, I went break even first, then took my partials. But yeah, gotta manage that risk, man. This thing's looking to run up here. What's the 15-minute? Then oh yeah, it's just up here. All right, all right. About the 1 hour, 1 hour. Still below the support. See, we're still in it, gang. We haven't hit break even yet, but check my. How's that? Oh, almost tapped me out. I'm still in it, gang. Oh, almost tapped me out here, man. Trade. Ooh, yeah, tap me out here. Yeah, tap me out. All right, gang. I'm out of the trade. Hit my break even. No sweat, gang. Great trade. Um, yeah. All right, we hit break even on the runner, but definitely made our profits. I think we peaked at what was it again? 30. Yeah, 32 pips was the peak, which was great. Pretty solid trade. Um, gang. Yeah, that's gonna do it for me tonight. Um, again, just keep an eye out. I'll just give you guys a refresher. Keep an eye. You see how this minor level of support here, somewhat forming that support here now off the 30-minute. But keep an eye on the 1 hour. Remember, 1 hour came down, makes the wick. Previous 1 hour did close above the range. If this reflips, I mean, there's only 7 minutes, but if we can come up and close back above, whether we close bearish or not, keep an eye on that. That means this support level is holding here. So just be mindful of that if you're going to continue to trade tonight. Um, for my platform members, again, we will be trading the New York session tomorrow. So, be ready for that. And again, everybody, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate the support. Appreciate spending time with you guys here. Hope you guys learned something today. Our patience was definitely tested tonight for sure. While we waited for our setup, and but again, it paid off. So uh, great night, great trade, and yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, guys. Everybody have a great night, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.